Something I'm going to do each week is basically do a recap of my games and kind of give you an idea exactly what went on in the game. Now, I know I'm doing those scattering reports as well, but this is more of a, general thing, so you get an idea of what's going on. Got the idea from ATM. His stuff has been pretty cool, so I thought maybe I could do something a little bit more in depth. Right now, I want to show you a play that I first started off early in the game. Basically, this is that cross play. What I like to do is hot route Hasmedea, motion him over to the left, and put him on a slant out. And on the other side, I also got Bo. He's running a streak. And what I'm doing is looking for one of those two guys. And usually I find one of those guys. Now, obviously, when you play me, you'll know I like to run that play, but that's one of the things I do. I picked up a big gain for me that allowed me to get this field goal to take the lead, basically 3-0. Late in the early and midway through the first quarter. Now, here's a sack I just got right there. One of my safeties I had moved down to left outside linebacker, and he's been one of my best players as far as putting pressure on the quarterback, and that's what happened right there. As you can see, the first quarter, it's 3-0. Right now, this is late in the second quarter, and I drove all the way down, getting ready to run a simple little run play. It's a goal line fullback dive. Most of you guys probably know this play. A little motion, and Tolbert goes in and gets me to score. So now I go up 10-0 at this point in the game. And for me, the way he was playing, I knew that if I was able to run the ball, which I actually do now, in this video, you're not going to see me run the ball a whole lot outside when I get around the goal line, but I was able to run the ball a little bit more successfully than what I've been able to do in other parts of the game. Right here's a simple little kick by Gargoski to get me the extra point. Right now it's 10-0. That was like a 5 minutes and 18 second drive. Here we go. I believe this is going into the third quarter, opening up in the third quarter. I think I get a pretty good runner with Biggers, and he's been pretty good for me as far as returning kicks. And there's a nice little run here I get. I thought I was actually going to score on this play as far as return, but at the very last second he winds up getting the tackle. So here we go. This is a big play I did. Another slant to the outside, and then I wound up hitting Coles on a big play that wound up picking me up almost 40 yards on that play. And then again, I run a simple little halfback dive, power I think this was, and I wound up going up 16-0, and then of course I'm going to get the extra point. He really didn't have a lot of offense initially in the first half, even the first 3 quarters. It wasn't until late in the third quarter, or actually in the fourth quarter, I think he scores on me. And you'll see that in just a bit. That's why you're not seeing a whole lot of offense from him. He just didn't have a lot going on in that game. I was blitzing initially the first 3 quarters. I think I blitzed pretty much every down. Here's a little play. I don't know what happened here. If you were to go back and look at that, if you just slowed it down, you'd actually see there was no one out there covering him. And it was, I think he was in zone. And I wound up hitting Hasmedea for a big play down the sideline there. And right there you can see that's the end of the third quarter, and I'm pretty much up. And right here I go on a little play action out of the strong eye formation that I run, and I hit Tolbert in the flat there. I think that was like 1 or 2 catches he may have had. Here's an extra, not an extra point, but a field goal that I kicked. It's about 33 yards out. It basically takes the lead up for me, and I think at this point I wound up going up 20-0 on him. Now, he's got a couple plays that he did. I showed this play in the scouting report that I did. This is the exact same play. And he hits Johnson, which is Andre Johnson, on that fade route to the outside. This is the one big play that he had against me. And then actually there's one more right here that he actually has. He hits a post route, I believe, and he winds up going in on that and hits Walter for a big play. So I don't remember him running that play that often, though, so make sure you guys don't get the idea that he was running that. But he does wind up getting a big play there. And that'll basically be about it as far as the scoring goes. It winds up being 20-7. So we'll kind of look at it the rest of the game. And again, when you play him, watch for those fade routes on the outside. He does mix it up as far as his play calling to a degree, but didn't see a lot of running from him either. So don't look for a lot of running, maybe just because he was down and he was trying to come back. I know he runs the Patriots playbook. I'll give you some stats on him while we're watching the rest of the video. He uses the defensive playbook. It's the 46 playbook, which, it's New York Giants Rex Ryan's playbook that he runs, which is the, it's got a combination of the 3-4 and a 46 normal defense. Excuse me, a 46 normal defense. And my voice is still getting a little bit hoarse, so I'm just trying to wing it. And basically here, I just wind up running out the clock and wind up winning the game. As far as the rest of the stats, he's got, he doesn't really do a lot of no huddle. He does do a lot of hot routing, which is I like to do too as well. Based on his stats, he likes to pass like over 83%. He likes to run the ball like 17%. He does blitz, but not a lot. In this game, I didn't see him blitz a whole lot against me. He was running a lot of zone, I saw. So maybe that's just something that he does. But again, this is just a recap. The Panthers wind up losing to the Cowboys 20-7. I think Big Ben had his best game. I think I threw one pick the whole game. I don't think I threw any touchdowns though. So I was real happy with his win. And here's some some more highlights for you guys to take a look at the end of the game. But again, Calhoun, good game. Thanks for the competition. I'm sure you're going to do well in this rough NFC. We got a lot of good players that we all both have to deal with, and it's certainly going to be an interesting run towards the end of the season. But again, the final score: Dallas 20, the Carolina Panthers 7.